Hey guys, what's going on? So today I'm here with a few duels using my Tiger Stun deck for the Edison format. Now, Edison format Tiger Stun is a little bit different than, say, GOAT format Tiger Stun. The deck really did change once Burden of the Mighty came out, because if you guys don't know, I don't see it around the format too often, but Burden of the Mighty is probably one of my favorite tech cards in the format. What it does is basically you get to lower your opponent's monster's attack points 100 for each level, by 100 for each level. So things like Kaius are going to go to 18. Things like Gores are going to go to like 2,000. I believe it's level 7. Stardust is going to be a 1,700. Like, the only real threat after a Burden is, say, like a Goyo Guardian, because that's still 2,200. But it's really not that big of a deal. Like, a few Burdens and you're fine. And King Tiger Wanghu, he destroys any monster that your opponent will summon. Normal or special summon, I should say. They can still flip summon, since that is relevant in the format. That is less than 1,400 attack. So that sucks, but there are ways to play around it. Like, I do play Noblemen in this deck. I play stuff like DD Warrior Lady just to deal with set monsters, because one of my favorite ways of dealing with set monsters in the format, or even cards with like big defense in general, I really do like main decking Gale and Neospatian Granmole and other stun variants that I do play. Unfortunately, you just really can't do that because of King Tiger, because it does affect your monsters as well. Also, you can't play things like Fossil Dyna, which does suck, but it is what it is. You take the good with the bad, and King Tiger can stop enough in the format. And honestly, Burden of the Mighty, you'll see in one of these duels, I get all 3 of them, because it's just so good. Like, your opponent can't really get past you if you have even 2 Burden of the Mighty. You'll see, I believe in the first duel of this video, actually, I don't watch the duels as I'm recording the voiceover, but in the first duel, I believe, I have like 2 Burn of the Mighties out, and my opponent's literally just poking me with small monsters the entire time. You don't play that many monsters in this deck, but even that said, Burn of the Mighty just allows you to get enough stall with that, because you're getting poked for like maybe 1,100 with one monster here or there. It's really not going to be that much of a difference. It does suck because, like I said, you do play few monsters, but your few monsters are all very impactful. I play stuff like Thunder King Ryu, Banisher of the Radiance, and Kaiku, just good floodgate monsters, because in Edison format, I really prefer floodgates in the form of monsters rather than spells and traps. That's why I very rarely will main Royal Oppression in my decks. In a hardcore anti-meta deck like this, I am main decking Royal Oppression, but say like stun decks from even a couple years ago, they're maining like 10 different floodgates, whether that being like there can be only one, goes in match, summon limit, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm only playing Royal Oppression main deck, and I really do like it. But Call of the Haunted is an interesting pick for this deck, because Call of the Haunted is basically a universal floodgate. Like, it can act as an Imperial Iron Wall, it can act as a Macrocosmos, or even a Mistake, because you play cards like Thunder King Ryo, Banisher, and Kaiku, like I said. So if you can just chain that Call of the Haunted to, say, a value effect with Kaiku, or say they'll activate like a Future Fusion and you have Banisher, Call of the Haunted just acts like, a macro or Imperial Iron Wall. The effect will still try to resolve, but your monster being a continuous effect will just stop that. Unfortunately, with Thunder King Ryo, you can't Call of the Haunted Thunder King Ryu if they try to do an inherent summon and then negate that, but you can do it with the non-searching ability, which I really do like. But yeah, one of the few problems that this deck does have is getting over big defenses. Like I said, I don't play Gale and I don't play Granmole in the main deck, so I do run cards like Nobleman of Crossout. I play stuff like My Body's a Shield and Dark Bribe as well, because you don't want your cards being destroyed. You play 14 normal summonable monsters and 1 Morphing Jar, and the Morphing Jar is in there to compensate for the low monster count. So if you do lose your advantage with your cards, you're very rarely going to recover it. Call of the Haunted, like I said, is the only really way you have to swarm, and 1 special summon is barely a swarm. So yeah, those are the duels, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Deck list should be coming out maybe within a week or so. I'm going to try to slow down the uploads, because I realized I posted about 3 different duel videos and decks in the span of like 3 weeks, or like 2 weeks or so. And honestly, I'm just going to fucking lose decks, run out of decks if I continue this pace. So yeah, I'll post it as soon as I can. But if you guys comment down below, who knows, I might post it sooner. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.